Hello everyone, welcome back to the ReNikulous Show. Our first question comes from Philip. Philip writes, if Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy ever had a baby, what would it look like? In all reality, it would be a pink and green hand withering its way up a hole in a cloth-like substance. It would just wither its way up, and then it would be a frig, and its name would be Frig Newton. The next question is submitted by David. David writes, is it true we are at our most creative when we are out of toilet paper? I'm going to tell you a story. Deployed to Iraq. I just got out of the chow hall. I had to use the bathroom. They had porta-johns. It was late at night. It was very late at night. Very dark out. There was no lights out there. You got to remember, this is Iraq. They don't have street lights everywhere. I had to poop so damn bad. Oh my God. Like, I came out of the chow hall and my stomach was like blah, 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 blah. So I storm over to these porta-johns and I go to take a crap. I end up flipping the lid of the toilet seat up, but I had to crap so bad that it seemed like it was already halfway out when I was pulling my pants down. And I flipped the seat up so hard that it went back down. So when I went to take a crap, I shit all over the fucking toilet seat. I crapped all over the toilet seat. And I was like, oh shoot. So I had to squat so I didn't touch my poo. But, you know, I didn't want to touch the toilet at all because, like, I pooped. And there was like a mound of poop, like turds all over, and it was just like so I go to grab the toilet paper. There's no toilet paper. I end up having to use my socks. Do we get more creative when there's no toilet paper? Absolutely. I just felt bad because I knew the next morning they were going to come clean that stuff up and they were going to see a mound of turds on top of the toilet seat. You know, the toilet lid, I should say. And then some socks, some dirty socks. Jacob writes, if I have 100 bricks and 100 feathers, which one weighs more? If you have 100 bricks and 100 feathers, you have cocaine, my friend, and therefore they weigh the same. Vicky comes in with the next question. She writes, why we have fingertips but not toe tips? The story behind this, it dates way back. The Lord knew his creation. He knew, like, us as humans were freaks. And he knew that he didn't want to create, like, too many tips. Because we already have fingertips, right? We already have the fingertips. So when they say just the tip, they didn't want your genitalia to get foot fungus. He didn't want that. So he was like, oh, I don't want to get it confused because when I say just the tip, it should mean something a little more relevant to intercourse. Amanda writes, what is the secret for a happy marriage? The secret for a happy marriage can only be found in one place. All right, everyone. Our next question is submitted by Tia. Tia writes, do you love smelling your wife's farts? Scientific fact. By smelling your spouse's flatulence, you live longer. This is the truth. I shit you not. Naomi writes, what's your take on the wall going up? My take on the wall going up is like taking candy from a baby. You're just taking, and you keep taking. Because in this world there are no dreamers. We are the American people. We are dreamers. So you really have to worry when it comes to the people that don't want the wall, because they want their free candy. They want all of it. Read my lips. Make America great again. David writes, have you felt Jesus? Well, growing up in a Catholic church, you would think that I felt Jesus. But honestly, I never was an altar boy. Never been a fan of the pedophile pastor that gets on Christian Mingle to seek out prepubescent altar boys. Alright, so Jesse writes, what is the one thing you want to change the most in the world? The one thing I want to change in the world is gummy gumdrops. Like, have you ever ate one of those things? Like, you think they're gonna be all good because they look all tasty, like Starburst gummies, but really they're not very tasty, and they just have a lot of sugar on them, and the stuff gets stuck in your teeth. Like, you're doing this number for like ages. You're like, man, I wish I didn't really eat those things, but you wanted something sweet, and that's all somebody had. Said person could be grandma, because most of the time, like, they have candies like that, you know, or Werther's. You know, Werther's is another one. These sly people will try to coerce you into believing that Werther's are really, really good candies, but they're not good candies. They're like old people candy. Chance writes, how much money do you have to throw at a stripper for it to be considered making it hail? That's where you got it wrong, little buddy. You don't throw money. You throw ice cubes. And then, once they get the ice cubes, what do you think they do next? Patrick writes, if you could change one thing about your childhood, what would it be? I was a childhood star like Dickie Roberts. Alright, our next question comes from Ursula. She writes, what's your favorite smell? I think you guys know. Bird is the word.